UK, big business, we linked up in the UK with them outlaws, no limit forever, and we mash hard, and we stay out the cheddar.
I think with everything, it's kind of like I don't know how to say it, man. Just the situation has to be right. So sometimes it makes way more sense. I think in general, it makes more sense to be independent, just for longevity and the fact that even if you're signed to a major, unless you're one of the top artists in that label, you're not going to be reaping all the benefits from being signed to a major. So there's been times where I've seen people that have been signed to majors for a long time and have done some really good stuff, but they're not financially, they're not in a position that they should be. Whereas me being independent and not having to sell near as many as they have, I'm still doing really well because I own everything. It's all mine. So there's pluses and minuses. I think if you can find the right situation where it makes sense to hand over a lot of your rights to somebody else to put out your music, because on the flip side you're going to be getting something, then cool, do it. But it has to be right, and everybody's different, man. Like Drake just signed a 360 deal, really. Like the deal he just signed is a 360 deal, but at the same time, he's signed it for 320 million. So, like, for him, it makes sense. It's like, no, we've done something that I couldn't really do myself, and it's going to afford me opportunities that I couldn't get myself. So I would say, yeah, it's really a personal thing, and you kind of got to just on a merit. Like there's certain songs that I'll have that I will sign to a label. I'm cool. Yeah, a label can have that. But there are certain songs that I'm never signing to a label. I'm keeping them independent because they mean a lot to me, and I know what they can do in the future. So again, I go track by track. So certain tracks I have that I might sign away. Other tracks, I'm like, no. I'm never signing it off, because for me, it's way bigger than what I'm going to get right now. And again, you kind of, it's different as well, because it's like there's so much gray area in being signed and not being signed. So being signed and putting out things as an individual, you might be in a situation where you're getting signed and they're giving you an advance, and the advance might be something really small, which is nowadays what a lot of people are signing for. Your advance might be like £500 or £1,000. That might be your advance for the single. The budget for that might, again, only be maybe £5,000, if that. So that whole deal, yeah, it's all right. But at the same time, you kind of got to go, what am I giving away for that? And can I get that money myself? Yeah. Not only that, like when a label's doing a budget, things are different. They're going to be like, yo, we're giving you 2 days of studio time, and those 2 days are costing £1,000. Like, you might be able to get studio time yourself a lot cheaper than that.
Cheaper, yeah.
So, cool. That's a grand of your budget.
There's that mystique, or not even a mystique, the identity, I guess, that people associate with being signed, like it being a benchmark sort of thing. Like, I've been signed, so I think a lot of people sometimes often swing towards that way. And I'm not, like you said, against it if it's the right deal and stuff like that too. But so I think sometimes there's that, and I don't know, because the underground to me still always produces the best music. I know people will say that if it's not coming from the majors, then nowadays in the world of, I guess, likes and clicks and numbers and stuff like that, which a lot of them can be manipulated, but people may see it as, oh, well, if you're not coming from one of these mainstream sort of platforms and getting these amounts of numbers and stuff, that, you're not doing as well. But as you said, it can differ depending on how your business is set up, especially if you're, producing your own stuff and releasing your own stuff as well. So there's a lot of different variables.
It's real personal, man. It's real personal to you. Like, what do you need? Like, I was talking to my daughter yesterday about cars, and I was like, the car's it's not about the car, it's about the badge, it's about what the car is, yeah. Because if it was just about cars getting from A to B, everyone would drive a micro and this, everyone would drive like a cheap car, right? But it's not about that. It's about something else. And there are different levels to that. There's levels where it comes to quality, and there's levels where it just comes to how it looks. So, and that's the same thing with the labels. Some people want to be on a certain label because of how it looks. That's cool if you understand the reason. If it's just simply because of how it looks, then I think you're a bit of an idiot, because you're giving away a lot and you're not getting anything back. The label are getting they're cool. Label are cool. So you're running around going, yeah, I'm signed to so and so. Okay, cool. But what did you get? You ain't really get nothing. You just got the look. You got the clout. You got a couple more likes. But where does it put you in the long run? It puts you nowhere because they're not giving you your publishing, and the splits are horrible. The splits are 80-20. So it's not in your favor. So at the same time, yeah, you got a single out. The single did well if they pushed it right. Cool. But you really didn't get anything from it. So it's like, all right, what's the point? Unless you're smart enough to go, nah, I'm using that to pattern something else. So when you saw me sign to that label and I signed everything away, everyone was like, oh, he's signed to so-and-so. But I was using that to go and get the thing that I really wanted. So I'm hitting the artist that I really want and tell them, yo, I'm signed to this label. Let's do something else on the side. And you know what I mean? If you do something for them, make sure you do something for yourself. So to me, it's all about patterning it correctly. Everything can be manipulated. Everything can be leveraged. Everything can be you really taking the time to take advantage of your situation.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. And I was going to ask you, I suppose there's some of that within there, like, you know, any messages that you would give to young sort of aspiring artists, you know, coming from somebody that's had a long run and tenure in the music industry. But, you know, I guess you dropped a few nuggets in there too, but I don't know if there's anything you want to expound upon just to encourage like some of the young aspiring artists out there.
I think there's a few things I always say. Yeah, the number one thing I always say is get a job, because what you're putting out needs to be funded. So that's the bit a lot of people don't do. They just think, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna do nothing and I'm gonna try my best to make it work just through music. And I did that for years, man. I probably wasted a decade of my life trying to make music work through music, funding music through music, and not understanding why my wheels were spinning. So I would say get a job so that you can fund things. Anything you need, you can pay for. Whether it be for PR, whether it be for getting your music videos, whether it be for your logo design, artwork, all these little things that make up music production have to be paid for. You can get it for free, you can get it for mates rates, but it's never going to be the same. So I would say get a job first and foremost. I don't care whether it's Tesco's, whether it's, you know what I mean, gardening. I don't care what the job is. Just make sure you got money coming in that can pay for your dream, because that's your investment. So that's always number one. Number two is build a team. Doing it by yourself, again, I wasted so much time doing everything by myself because I was like, no, it's not. If it's not this way, I don't want to work with this person, or it's not. I need to be in control of everything. Do the things you're good at, cool. And I would say as well, learn all parts of the industry. So whether it be, like, I'm a kind of person, yeah, who in every element I need to make a record, I know it back to front. So from recording, from mixing, mastering, from artwork, from music videos, editing, all these kind of things I learned myself. From merchandise, all that I learned myself because I wanted to figure out how it's supposed to be done, how it was done correctly. That's cool to learn it, but then get somebody else to do it full time, not you.
The experts, yeah.
Get the experts, man. And even if it's not an expert, get someone who's around your circle, who's around you, that can be like, yo, you learn. I want you to learn this. This is going to be your part of the game. A lot of people are out there. Yeah, you got a crew of people around you. They might be you, and you might have 3 or 4 of your boys, and you lot are just chilling. You lot are rapping, and you know what I mean, you're doing what you're doing. But if you can say to one of your boys, yo, you know what, man, you're good at the beats. Right, from now on, you're the producer. Next person, right, from now on, you're going to be the video guy. You're shooting. You know what I mean, you're doing the videos for us. If you can just start building that team. One person's good at talking, right? Cool, you're the manager. You make all the phone calls, you do the emails, all that kind of stuff. Everybody's going to be making their money from the part that they bring in, but you're all working together as a team. Trust me, if you can do that, it's magic. Like you'll move forward so fast. They say, like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So you need to find your team, like get those people around you that can help you move. So they're really like the 2 main things I tell people. And then the third thing kind of goes on with the second thing, is really just the knowledge, like the networking. I don't think people understand how important networking is. And I think part of the problem is networking has a kind of a horrible connotation when you say it. Networking feels like every relationship is transactional. Like, oh, I'm just being cool with someone because they got something to give me. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. A lot of times it's just be look at us, bro. We're just cool. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. If I see something you need, yo, holler at my man. Yo, holler at my man. You know what I mean?
Join us on the line, BoutThatOnline.com, for the hottest UK, US flavor. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on new drops and content.